Hello! Good afternoon po. Today is the day 8 of the 30-day challenge, 30-day garbage to garden challenge, and I'm Lani, also known as Lani Bokashi. I'm your host for today, and today we have a special guest. His name is Toto, and he's part of the batch 2 of the challengers. So he's going to share with us his setup later on. So I hope that you tune in to this broadcast so that you'll see his setup as well. So as you can see on the screen, this is the blog article about the day 8 of the 30-day garbage to garden challenge, and this is about several concepts, no? So this is not your action item for today is still to collect your kitchen waste in your small containers, your fita biscuits and your ice cream containers. That's still your action item for today. Today is day 8. So every 2 days you have to transfer that into your Bokashi Balde. But today I want to teach you a new concept. A new concept. It's not really a new concept, but I think we're just not aware that it is possible. So, ang tawag dito is MRF or Material Recovery Facility, Share Waste in Soil Makers. So, I mentioned this in the group chat for quite some time that maybe in your um, first few months, like your first 3 months up to your, maybe even up to 6 months, depending on how many plants you have, you'll be using your own compost. But at some point, you will have a surplus. So, ano nang gagawin nyo kung may surplus kayo? For example, sa condo kayo nakatira, siguro makaisang balde lang kayo ng compost. That's enough for your needs kasi maliit lang yung espasyo nyo. So, what are you going to do with your second balde, your third balde, and your succeeding balde? What are you going to do with this? So every 3 months, you can still replenish your compost na pwede kayong gumawa. But how about the weekly basis? So if you have a surplus of compost, I have several suggestions on how you can deal with it. So the question is, do you want to know where you can bring your Bokashi Pre-compost if you do not have a yard or a space to bury it? Um, or do you want to donate it to a community garden or to a farm? Or do you want to design a livelihood program with compost making at its core? So this is ito po yung sagot sa tanong na yan, no? So first, let's start with, ano ba ito nakalilitis? The option 1 is material recovery facility. So ano ba itong mga to? Each barangay in the Philippines, no, is mandated by the government to have a material recovery facility. So right now, most of these barangays only process plastic waste. So yung material recovery facility nila, they only process plastic waste, and not all of them are actually doing it correctly. Yung iba naman, they also have a composting facility, pero yun nga, hindi rin lahat operational or working as efficiently as it could be, no? One of the best barangays who's actually doing proper composting is Barangay Holy Spirit in Quezon City. Sila pala yung alam ko na active talaga sa composting. So, as I mentioned, as part of the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act, each barangay should have a material recovery facility. They can request for materials from the local government to have this operational. Yun lang, ang problema lang yung sustainability. And one of their major concerns is segregation. Hindi daw kasi marunong mag-segregate yung mga citizens. Sa Barangay Ugong po sa Valenzuela, I have the privilege to work with the late Kagawad Annie for about a year. So she passed away January this year, but when she was still active in service, she started an MRF. She started a livelihood program for the urban poor. So basically, it's a mushroom cultivation livelihood program, and then she was able to get funding for a bioreactor. So supposedly, the bioreactor would deal with stage 3 compost for Bokashi practitioners, or also deal with market waste, yung mga tira-tirang gulay and prutas sa market. Pwede rin sana niyang i-process. So, nabili na nila yung bioreactor. It's 0.5 million. Pero yun nga, hindi natuloy yung operation because of lack of support. Nung namatay si Kagawad Ani, wala na po nagsubaybay. So anyway, aside from the bioreactor, kasi alam niyang at some point hindi ito maging operational, she asked me to design a passive facility. Passive meaning yung walang masyadong tatrabahuhin. So, wala masyadong tatrabahuin yung mga tao, but they can still make compost. So, we designed the box. So, supposedly, the box would be installed in smaller communities, hindi sa barangay hall, hindi siya barangay level, but smaller communities. So, for example, yung tinatawag nilang Disciplina Village, several buildings yun sa isang community. So, gusto niya mag-install saan ng box doon so that the community can actually do composting. Pero what she wanted to do is that the members who's going to use the box will have to process their kitchen waste using Bokashi. So yun yung grander vision no sa household at household level members of the family would process their kitchen waste the Bokashi way, and then they would do the stage 1 and stage 2 yung fermentation sa bahay nila, and then once may stage 3 is ready na for stage 3 yung pre-compost nila, dadalhin nila doon sa box. Tapos doon nila ilalagay to complete the stage 3. So yun nga, hindi pa rin to naituloy because, again, because of also the ECQ, we're supposed to reactivate the project in last March, kaso lang inabutan kami ng ECQ. So yun sana yung grand initiative ng Barangay Ugong Valenzuela, hindi pa rin siya natutuloy. It was supposed to be a pilot barangay, and ideally, several tiers siya, no? Household waste, stage 1 and stage 2, bawat household member, they will process their waste stage 1 and stage 2. Um, Even stage 3, kung meron naman silang garden, kung wala silang garden, or may surplus na sila ng compost, they can bring it to the box. Ngayon, kung meron pa ring surplus yung buong community at hindi nila nagagamit yung sarili ng compost, they can bring it to the bioreactor. Ang problema is the collection. Hindi pa rin po yun isa sa katuparan, hindi pa rin nagagawang project. Okay? So, yan po at the barangay level. Yan po sana ang ideally mangyari. No? Tawag siya material recovery facility. Kung wala pa po niyan sa mga barangay nyo, please work with your barangay captains and ask them where is your MRF at anong meron doon. Kung meron na silang ginagawa about plastic, how about biodegradable waste? You can ask them because it's part of the mandate of the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act. Okay? So, yan po, may makikita kayong tawag dito, mural. This was created by a national artist. As you can see, featured prominently ang Bokashi Pinoy. This is the grand vision of um, the late Kagawad Ani, siya yan, si Dr. Ani Baluyot, siya yan, naka-yellow na yan. And the idea niya is that the urban poor will cultivate mushroom as a source of livelihood. And actually, most of the people in the painting are actual persons po na nakikinabang or beneficiary ng livelihood program na ito. And at the same time, she wants people to compost, create their own compost, tsaka mag-urban gardening to grow their own food. Ayan. So, in partnership po sana yan ng Bokashi Pinoy. And I'm not losing hope. There are leaders that Kagawad Ani actually has developed, and I'm actually counting on them to continue this. Si Mads Bosky at saka yung kanyang sister na si Miss Eva Lazaro. So, I'm fervently hoping and praying na matuloy pa rin ito. The second option for us is what we call the community composter. So you can go to this website, makesoil.org or share waste. So basically, you will sign up either as a soil maker, meaning ikaw yung tatanggap ng compost, host ka, or ikaw yung magpa-process ng stage 3, or you can sign up as a supporter. If you want to donate Bokashi Pre-compost na ready na for stage 3. So you can just view this video on my website to find out what this is all about. So the first soil maker site in the Philippines is the Tahanan Outreach Projects in Santa Ana, Manila. So nag-install ako doon at my own cost ng box. And there are 3 Bokashi practitioners who are sending or donating their Bokashi pre-compost in that soil maker site. So the vision is actually for this organization to have their own mini garden doon mismo sa site nila. Okay? And then, meron din tayong tinatawag na share waste. So, for example, si Michael Poblete, sometimes he's accepting donations ng stage 3 ready Bokashi pre-compost. Also, si Roy Emmanuel Pahela sa Paranaque, he also accepts donations ng Bokashi pre-compost. Okay? So, yan, ang tawag dyan is soil makers or soil supporters. Okay, The third option, yun nga, yung sinabi ko na kanina, yung mga katulad ni Michael, wala naman silang box doon, but they have their own facility, mini facility, so you can download the Share Waste app, sign up as a donor, and then look for them in that Share Waste app, and then send them a private message through the Share Waste app to find out how you can bring or how they can pick up your Bokashi Pre-compost. But most of the time, this is ano po, no? This is delivery. You have to deliver the Bokashi Pre-compost to their sites. I'm hoping that in the future, no, you don't have to spend a lot of money sending your Bokashi Pre-compost to wherever. And it's still a grand vision of mine na magkaroon tayo ng mga community composters, that each barangay will have their own MRF and composting facility para doon nyo na lang papadala or sila mismo ang magpapakolekta ng inyong basura. Okay? Ayan. So, as I've mentioned, for today, concept lang yung in-introduce ko, but your action items for the challenge is still to continue to collect and segregate your biodegradable kitchen waste. For now, still veggies and fruits. Huwag niyo muna lalagyan ng cooked food, no meats muna, no fish muna, no kanin, wala muna, veggie and fruits muna. Okay, so day 8 pa lang naman tayo. So, once your bucket is full, you can skip to day 21 and that's already the start of the stage 3. Okay po. Okay, let me just share with you um, tapusin muna natin to. I just want to share with you a presentation, guys. Okay. Okay, ito naman ang i-present ko sa inyo. Okay, so yan. So, ito po yung box and I'm hoping that magkaroon tayo ng mga community of composters per barangay or per village, per subdivision. Kasi sometimes you cannot rely on the government to fully support us unless we can show them that this is possible. Kasi parang chicken and egg, eh. They would say, oh, it would not work because households do not know how to segregate. But if we can prove them that this is possible by at least showing them an example, I'm hoping that, you know, per subdivision mag invest in a box, either you do it yourself or you buy from us. We can make it custom made for you. So ito po yung idea ng box. So basically this is just a box made of wood and chicken wire ba tawag doon, basta screen siya. And then inside it, you will put dried leaves or yard waste. So basically, halimbawa, natapos na yung stage 1 and stage 2 ng bokashi nyo, wala kayong mapaglagyan na sa garden nyo, or you want to have a community garden, then you put dried leaves here muna. First layer is dried leaves, and then you can put the stage 3 ready Bokashi pre-compost, and then tabunan ulit ng dried leaves. Okay, so ito po yung process niyan. So if you have yard waste, mga dried twigs and branches and trees, yun muna yung ilalagay nyo. Mapapansin nyo sa ilalim ng box, actually nakapatong yung box sa paleta para siguradong meron pa rin circulation ng air sa ilalim. So nilagyan namin ng branches. And that's how you open it. You can open it sa harapan at sa harapan po, sa gilid, tsaka sa taas. Ayan po kami ni Mang Mar, naglalagay po kami ng mga twigs. Yan, it can be opened from the top and the side. So yan muna, branches and twigs muna. So ang principle po dito na ginagamit is permaculture. Okay, brown materials supply carbon kasi it reduces odor, absorbs moisture, and it also a perfect home for earthworms. Earthworms po hindi maggots or pests. Okay. Then we add the fermented kitchen waste yung nakatapos na ng stage 1 and stage 2. So basically, nasilid tong bucket nito noong July 9 and then it was sent to us on July 23rd for further processing sa stage 3. So fermented kitchen waste supply the nitrogen and also the affecting microorganisms na pinadami natin sa balde. And then the next would be, we just spread it around, making sure that it won't touch the sides of the screen para hindi po mangamoy. So dapat nasa gitna lang siya. So ensure that none touches the screen or the sides. Ayan. Better if we mix it a bit with the dried leaves. So, minix yan ni Mang Mar ng konti and then add another layer of dried leaves. Okay? Then, add more dried leaves as a cover. So, that's it. Kung meron pang susunod na balde, halimbawa, another donation ng Bokashi Pre-compost, uulitin lang natin yung process hanggang mapuno siya. So, after 2 weeks, pwede na ulit i-harvest yung compost for use sa mga gardens, sa mga community gardens. So, composting is fun when you are having fun with your community. So, in this particular example po, this is a pilot community. So, it was Mangmar, the all-around security guard gardener, and Kuya Ruth. Si Ma'am Ruth, siya po yung very accommodating na manager ng Tahanan Outreach. And of course, ako po, your advocate and Basura Avenger. Si Liberty, another advocate ng Bokashi, also our photographer. Si Francis naman po, isa sa mga customer ng Bokashi Pinoy. And who's also a Bokashi enthusiast. So, siya po yung nag-donate ng stage 2 ready or stage 3 ready na Bokashi Pre-compost. And then, my cousin, wala lang po, nangungulit lang siya. And then si Kuya Tony, siya po yung gumawa ng aming box maker. So if you are interested to have this installed in your community, if you know that you can build a community to manage it properly, then let us know. We will customize it for you. Ayan po. So watch out for this space. We will see this transform into community garden po. Ayan. Ayan po siya. So we will turn this into a community garden like this. Okay po, that's it. That's all that I have for now. And then we wait for Toto for his sharing. So available din nga pala yung mga kits natin sa Tahanan Outreach sa Santa Ana. Pati po yung Bokashi Ipa. And then later on, I'm also going to conduct workshops there, especially after the ECQ or the lockdown. Okay po, thank you. And looking forward to the presentation ni Toto.